All right, now it's time as voted. Week 8, week 8. Jeez, time sure does fly by when you're having fun. Week 8, deepest football game of the week is Minooka at Oswego East. It's going to be a hell of a game. Both teams have one loss. One loss. I know they're in a dogfight between those two teams. Oswego, I think maybe even Plainfield North. I haven't checked the standings. I haven't checked the huddles. So, but what am I expecting? I'm expecting a hard-nosed team with Minooka. I know they have a great offensive line. You got a good with Derek Wentworth linebackers. They actually have a good group of linebackers. They have a good group of wide receivers, like the guy Cristobal out of Minooka. Unbelievable, unbelievable offensive line. Hard-nosed team, especially with Terry McCombs taking over. Took over in the winter, doing a hell of a job. They were 4-5 last year. Now they only have one loss. They're 6-1, so they are deserve all the respect in the world, Minooka, for what Terry McCombs has done. Huge respect. Now you go to LeBlanc, Coach LeBlanc, and Oswego East Wolves, and Oswego East is very, very, very athletic. One of the better secondaries in the state of Illinois. Um, of course, Antoine Walker. They've got a junior defensive back slash wide receiver who looks good. They have a quarterback who took over for I forgot the other quarterback. He went to Eastern Illinois. Um, Good defensive line. They got a defensive end, a young defensive end who I saw in the spring who looked really, really good. Of course, one of the most underrated linebackers they have. Um, this is gonna kill me. The last name's I'm trying to remember the last name. It's gonna kill me, sir. I'm forgetting your last name. He's a hell of a player, deserves a lot of respect. Should be getting a lot more offers than he has. Great middle linebacker for Oswego East. It'll be at Oswego East. I was at Oswego East last year for Oswego East versus Oswego. Um, I know Oswego East dropped their first game to Oswego. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They beat Plainfield Central last Friday, but it's going to be a good game. Minooka versus Oswego East, Southwestern Prairie. It's going to be a Southwestern Prairie weekend because that Saturday I'm going to Juliet Central versus Juliet West. But the big game, of course, is going to be Minooka versus Oswego East. Keep it here. Every updates, magic numbers. Going to go over the coaches. Going to go over the players. Going to go over everything, even the season as both seasons. Uh, check out the huddle. Check out the game film. Oswego East, Minooka, and I'm definitely going to check out the sophomore game. One of the better sophomore games, especially when you go into the area. Like I said, that Kendall, I'm forgetting two other counties that Minooka is part of. That area, you have a lot of people moving into that area. You have a lot of talent. This is a growing community. A lot of talented players move out there, especially some of the last names that I have recognized, especially old last names from the 80s and 90s, old-fashioned football from Western Cook County in the Southern Cook County into Southern Chicago and the West Side of Chicago. So it's just an array of talent that's moving out out west. It's going to be a hell of a game. Can't wait to speak. Can't wait to see a couple few of the Oswego East offensive linemen. Also looking forward to seeing a couple few of the Minooka running backs and a couple few of the Minooka defensive backs too that have catched my eye watching a game film a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to be watching all the game film, going through everything, going through the magic numbers, going through rosters, going through the coaches and everything else as it has always been for the deepest football game of the week. Deepest football game of the week 8. Minooka versus Oswego East. It's going to be a great game. Can't wait to see everyone, especially a bunch of old faces at the coaching level. Great coaches on both sides. And like I said, Coach McCombs is one hell of a football coach. Coach LeBlanc deserves all the respect in the world. One of the better coaches in Illinois, a young guy, very enthusiastic, energetic guy for that team. All the respect in the world for Coach LeBlanc and that whole coaching staff. They're a great group of coaches too. So it's going to be interesting. So I'll see you at Minooka versus Oswego East. Keep it here, and be sure you check out deepdishfootball.com for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 8, Oswego versus Minooka. These are my opening remarks. Not that much because I'm going to be looking at the huddles and everything else. And I'll probably start with season so far, but with Oswego East and Minooka tomorrow. So Oswego East versus Minooka, Week 8, Deep Dish Football Game of the Week. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. And it's going to be a good, fun week for Deep Dish Football Week, Week 8. Have a great and lovely night.